Hey, good afternoon, lovers. How are you guys today? I'm going to wait a couple of maybe a minute or so to see if we can get a live audience here and see if you guys have any questions of today's Facebook Live video topic that I want to talk to you guys about. So, buenas tardes. How are you guys today? Hopefully you guys are doing well. Please, if you're in and you're watching, interact with me, ask me questions. Don't be shy. You know that I'm not. So any questions that you guys might have, please feel free to ask. During the video, I look at the questions too, so that if you have any questions, I can answer them right on the spot. No question is a stupid question, and your question might be the same that someone else has. And if this video is done and over with, you can always email me or text me. You should know my phone number is 602 405 3503. If you text me, I will text you as soon as I can, and if you email me, I will get to you as soon as possible también. So I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about the facts about waiting after examples of foreclosure, a short sale, things like that, and financing and what that entails and why you shouldn't wait and listen to people who don't know the facts. So just so that you know and you guys are well informed and educated, because that's, like I said before, that's kind of my number one goal is for all of my clients to be educated. So financing that clients use today are conventional and FHA. In these also fall the VA loans and also USDA loans. So I'll talk a little bit about those, but as there are always, of course, important, but I think that conventional and FHA is what's being used now a little bit more rather than anything else. So in a conventional loan, if you have filed for foreclosure in the past, remember that it is from 7 years from date of completed of the disbursement date of the new loan. So basically, whenever the new people took over it. So a foreclosure is 7 years, and deed in lieu of 2 years from your discharge date or 4 years from your dismissal date. So if you went through with the bankruptcy, then it's 2 years as of that date that you can go ahead and buy again using conventional. Conventional does require a minimum down payment of 5%, and you can go all the way up to 20% if you don't want to have that mortgage insurance premium. So Chapter 13 bankruptcy is 2 years from discharge date or 4 years from dismissal date. Chapter 7 bankruptcy, which is more common in homes and households instead of businesses, it's 4 years from your discharge or dismissal date. So you can purchase a house if you have filed for bankruptcy 4 years ago. It's now time to start looking and getting your credit back up and finding the right loan officer to help you and guide you into the right direction of what to do to get your credit score up to get you the best interest rate. So if you've had multiple bankruptcy filings in the last 7 years, then you have 5 years from the last discharge date or dismissal date to apply for and qualify for a conventional loan. I start with conventional because conventional is most beneficial to more client if you have that 5% down payment. A lot of people don't have that 5% down payment, so it could be a little difficult to gain it, but think about it this way. For every $100,000, 5% is $5,000. So in today's market, the average is about $200,000 is your purchase price. You will need about $10,000 for your down payment. My job is to fight if you don't have your closing costs are enough to fight for that for you, and I do that on a consistent basis. You can ask my clients. I don't just let that slide. Now, that's on conventional. So foreclosure, 7 years before you can get a conventional loan. Loan modifications are 2 years. So if you did a loan modification, then it would be 2 years out. Chapter 13 bankruptcy is 2 years from discharge date or 4 years from your dismissal date. Chapter 7 bankruptcy is 4 years from your discharge or dismissal date. If you've had multiple filings of bankruptcy, then it's 5 years. So just to give you guys a little an idea there, if you've had a short sale, it's 4 years. So conventional for short sales, it's 4 years. Okay, so if you fall into that category, conventional is going to get you a better, way better interest rate. Your mortgage insurance premium is going to be lower, and at 20% down payment, you'll have no mortgage insurance premium. So if you've had a doubt, or if you're like, do I, can I, will I buy a house ever after filing bankruptcy or having a short sale or doing a loan modification, you can. You can now if it was within those date ranges. So the maximum you need to remember is the foreclosure, and that's 7 years. Anything below that, you're ready to buy. Call me. Let's get you started with a great loan officer that can help you with your needs today. Let's get you into a home. It's still possible, and why not? The market is great. FHA. FHA is a little more common with my borrowers only because of their certain situations. Every borrower is different. Every client is different. FHA loans, you have a minimum requirement of 3.5% down payment. And for foreclosures, you're looking at 3 years from the date completed or the title being transferred back to the lender. So foreclosure is 3 years on an FHA loan. A short sale is 3 years as well. A loan modification, there's no wait period. But in the last 12 months, you have to have great credit history. So if you did a short sale a year ago only or 2 years ago, there's really no waiting period with FHA. You just have to have great credit history. You have to show them that the reason that you did a short sale was because it was, it was just too much, and you're paying a $3,000 mortgage on a $200,000 house that you can't afford anymore. So that's why you had to do a short sale, and there's no wait period there. You just have to prove that you have great credit history for the last 12 months. As well with the loan modification, FHA does not require a waiting period. You just have to show that in the last 12 months you have a great credit history. So, and I'm sorry I got that wrong. Short sale is 3 years from assignment date. So loan modification, I'm sorry, I'm only human and we make mistakes. I can't keep all of this in my mind and in my head. Loan modifications are no wait period, 12 months great credit history. Short sales and foreclosures are 3 years from the dates. So it's the reason why FHA is used a little bit more. 3 years ago, we had a lot still going on with the foreclosures and people deciding, can I still keep my house? Can I not keep my house? Fighting for their house. And that is, with FHA, it's only 3 years, whereas in conventional, it's 7 years. It's the reason why a lot of people go through FHA now. And also because of the lower down payment, 3.5%. However, your mortgage insurance premium is a little bit higher because your loan to value is a little bit higher as well. Chapter 13 bankruptcy is 1 year after the payout has lapsed with all of your payments and have been made on time, making sure, again, you have great credit history. Chapter 7 is 2 years from your discharge or dismissal date. Okay, if you've been on credit counseling, the CCC, FHA requires you to be 1 year payout has been elapsed with great credit history as well. So just some dates that you should remember and the differences of why people use FHA more than what they use conventional. It's because of that foreclosure one. A lot of people don't want to wait that 7 years to have that done. VA, of course, we take care of our veterans always and forever. We will. We always thank you for your service, and we appreciate the service that you've provided for our country. So therefore, you get a little bit more slack. You've got, from foreclosure, you got 2 years from the date of it being completed, so 2 years on VA, as well as short sales. It's 2 years as well. Loan modification for VA financing is also no waiting period, but you do have to prove that in the last 12 months you do have great credit history, basically making your credit card payments on time, making your car payments on time, things like that, showing good credit history. So you can get financed after foreclosure. You can get financed after a short sale, and you can get financed after a bankruptcy. There's just time limits that are there. And again, if you don't have a loan officer that you're working with, please give me a call. I have a few preferred lenders that I use that are amazing at getting this information to you and making it work for you, for all of us. Getting you into a house is a great success for me. I consider it to be goals all the time. Everyone should become a homeowner. Once you turn 18, I strongly believe that you should become a homeowner. Do it. You can do it. There's no better time. The market is amazing. The homes out there are great. The interest rates are low and prices are still low. So if you do wait, I will do another video of why you should buy now and not a year from now, how much money you'd be saving. That's going to be my next video, so stay tuned for that one tomorrow. USDA is a little bit stricter. Of course, it's also tied to the government, so they are a little bit stricter on that. The foreclosure time is 3 years, and the short sale time is 3 years as well. Loan modification is also 3 years. So USDA, foreclosure, short sale, or loan modifications, you'd have to wait a period of 3 years. On a Chapter 13 bankruptcy, it's 1 year, and a Chapter 7 bankruptcy is 3 years. As well as if you're doing CCC, it requires 1 year for all of your payouts to be made on time and 1 year of good credit history. So those are a little bit of the facts of the financing. If you have ever, doubted yourself or said, I have a foreclosure, or I had a short sale, or I had this. And truth be told, if many of you probably don't know this, and you should know this, I had a foreclosure. I had a foreclosure a few years ago when the economy tanked. So I can relate to a lot of these things and a lot of these states and a lot of these numbers of when can I buy. So I'm just like you. I'm nothing special. I am special, but I'm just like you. When I went through my foreclosure, I was like, oh, my life is over. I can never buy a house again. And that's not true. On FHA, it's 3 years out. I'm way out of that. 7 years out for conventional. I'm way out of that too. So don't ever hold yourself back because of these things. If you have any doubts or if I went too fast, feel free to see the video again or call me, text me, say, hey, Jasenia, here's my scenario. Everybody's scenario is different. Maybe you had a foreclosure, 5 years ago or 6 years ago, and then you filed for bankruptcy a couple years after because, you had no choice there, the reset button that you needed to hit. Your case is very different and very unique to everybody else. So call me with your scenarios, text me with your scenarios, email me, and I will get you the right answers or point you in the right direction or to an amazing loan officer to get you qualified. Again, if you have any questions, if you want to talk about this a little bit deeper and further into this conversation, feel free to call me. My phone number is 602-405-3503. Or you can email me. It's yourrealtorjasenia@gmail.com. Again, text me, call me, 602-405-3503, or email me at yourrealtorjasenia@gmail.com. It's been a pleasure as always. I hope to hear from a lot of you soon. And don't be afraid to ask me these questions. Like I said, I'm just like you. I've been there. I've done that. And I have these questions myself. So I thought that many of us do. And these numbers are important. So you can own after a bankruptcy. You can own after a foreclosure. You can own after a short sale. You can own after a loan modification. And as I say, you will own. So call me today if you want to make that dream come true. I'm here to assist you in any way that I can. And I thank you again for allowing me to be a part of your live feed today. Thank you for watching. I love you guys. Take care. God bless. And we'll talk tomorrow on the new subject that I have on the difference between buying today and buying a year from now and how much money you're going to save. Take care. Have a great day. It's Thursday after all. It's a great day, and I look forward to hearing from all of your questions.